Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about the resource planning. In the previous video, we discussed about the type of resources. Now, when we are aware about this, that there is a diversity in the resources, we have seen many examples of India where the resources are available. Which type of resources are available? Now, when we talked about that resources, development of resources, where we have seen the problems which we are facing, like depletion, accumulation, and maximizing use of resources. So now we should have to focus for this, that why we are facing these problems, why we are facing the problem of depletion, accumulation, or indiscriminate use. This is all because of that there is not a proper planning. So what should do? We should have to do proper planning of resources. So today we are going to talk about resource planning. See children, resources are very important for us. Resources is as much as vital, and it's necessary for the survival of we human beings. Today we live a luxurious life and comfortable life. This is all because of the resources which is available. So it is must that we should have to think about present and obviously about our future too, because our next generation should not face any problem and they should also live a comfortable and luxurious life. For that we should have to think today. So resource planning is the widely accepted strategy for a judicious use of resources. Means we should have to use the resources in a very proper and balanced way, sustainable way. Otherwise, I told you, we'll face a problem future, and don't think about future, present also, if it is not according to sustainable manner, so we will also face today itself. It has important in a country like India, where we have to think about the resource planning, which has enormous diversity in the availability of resources. Children, now take example. In India only, some of these states are there which are rich in mineral resources, where we are able to see that they are lacking in infrastructure. So this is what the country works like this, that they balance the resources. How they are balancing it? Like India works that, think about that, in one state there is abundant resources like mineral, and at the different places there are different resources. So India, the government of India, it works like that. The planning is according to this, that wherever which resources are lacking, they are doing this development process as according to the where they should have to transfer, which state they should have to supply of the which goods. This they are planning it. So when we are talking about the resource planning, so government plays a very vital role for this. How? Because if they wanted to extract resources from some of the places, they are not thinking about only that state. They are thinking of the states where other states also require the resources. So extraction process, institution setup, technology, they are working according to national development. Think about it, national development means wherever the resources is needed in our India, the priority of the state where there is the abundant resources of XYZ resources. Getting? Like if I'll talk about that, some other places are very self-sufficient, no need to, like in India only some states are there which is self-sufficient, no need to depend on any other states. But some other states are there, they are dependent on the other states. So this is what the national development works, and they balance the internal trade. Internal trade, it means within the country, and they are supplying the goods as according to the needs of states. Take example, here it is given the state of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, rich in mineral and coal deposits. Where we are able to see Arunachal Pradesh, where there is abundance of water is there, but lacking in infrastructure. Talk about Rajasthan, where we are able to see that solar energy and wind energy is there, but what is the lacking over there? Obviously, water resources, the lack part. So here the cold desert also one example is given, where the rich cultural heritage is there, but we are able to see that there is a deficient in water, infrastructure, and even though some important minerals. So these all things, when we are India is planning about the resource, so they thinks about it, they look after all the states and they extracted the resources on the basis of national development. So planning is on the basis of national, even though on the basis of state, regional and local level. See children, when we are living in India, and the government, when they are thinking about the people, they thinks in from all the sides. Talk about national, we have to do the trade with other countries also, so nation should have to be perfect and we should have to export more. Export, if we'll do more export, so it will be very important and very essential for our economic development. So the extraction of resources is as according to national development. Second thing, according to state, I told you one of the state is having lot of abundance resources there, but the other resources they are lacking. So state also works like that, they are balancing with each other, exchanging the goods. Sometimes they are doing the internal trades. For what purpose? Like one X state has one of the resources like minerals, and other state has the resources like the grains. So what they do, they do the exchange of goods, they do the trade. This is what the balanced trade within the countries, that is state level. But country India also should have to work according to nation. So nation wise also we should have to think it, the balance trade should be there, we should have to export, not only more import of goods should be there. So this nation, state wise, regional, local, when we are planning of resources, we should have to think about all these sectors, which requirements are there, where the need is there of the resources, and then we think about the other. Means what? First we think about our subsistence workout, then we think about our commercial. But both thing is important for the nation while planning the resources, that the country should be self-sufficient, and think about the commercial. Now when there is a resource planning in India, it's very important how they are doing it. Resource planning, before planning should have to know, no, which place, which state, which resources are available, where the resources are available, which resources are available, what is the quality, quantity, how it will be extracted. This everything is important. Children, if you remember at the very start of this lesson, I told you that if we wanted to work for the resource, it is must that three important things. What I told you, nature, technology and institutions. And these three are interrelated with the human beings. So before extraction, they should have to think about, the human should have to think about it. So the first point, see, this is very important question, 3 marks question answers may they will ask you for resource planning in India. So just go with this paragraph. First is identification and inventory resources across the region of the country. What it do? It do the survey. Survey means which resources are available at which places. They thinks about the quantity, they thinks about the quality, they thinks about how to extract, which technology is required. So this is what the first points let you about what we do before planning of resource. First we should have to identify, and then we have to do the inventory. Inventory, it means how much we will extract. I told you everything should have to go with the sustainable. Sustainable, it means what? Think about present, think about future too. Second, they are talking about evolving planning structure Indo with appropriate technology, skill, institutional setup for implementing resource development plans. As I told you, we came to know about this, that there are these resources, there are this quantity of resources there. Now we think about the second, I told you, we got about the nature. These resources are available in the nature at this XYZ place. Now what is the second process? Second process, think about the technology. Which technology will be used to extract it? Then we think about that which is where the institution will be set up. We read about the factors which require to set up the industry. So by following that, they are thinking about to set up their industries. And the last, matching the resource development plans with over all national development plans. It means that after identification, after setting up technology and institutions, the extraction process, goes according to the resource planning of India, that they thinks about the national development. National development is obviously by economic development, and economic development will be done when we'll do more exports by satisfying the needs of country. So when they extract the resources, they focus on national development. So resource planning is required these three things. Children, it's very important question. You should have to learn this also. 3-mark question answers. Then the resources, availability of resources is a necessary condition for development of any region. But merely availability of resources in an absence of corresponding changes in technology and institution may hinder the development. There are many regions in our country that are rich in resources, but these are included in economical backward. Take example, talk about Rajasthan. Solar energy and wind energy. We did an example in the potential resources. Solar energy and wind energy, which is abundant at that place. Clear? But fail to extract it. Second thing here, they want to let that some other places are there, some other regions are there which has abundance of resources but economically not developed. Some other places are there, their lacking of resources is there, but still that place is developed. Why? Because see, it's very important, wherever the resources are there, these three things should be there. Identification of resources, then after the proper technology and skill, and then after it should be match up with the national development. See, if you remember in 8th standard we read about that why colonials were able to successfully able to rule on us. Because we were rich, we are rich in resources, and we were rich in resources at that time. But we somewhere won't be able to identify. Who identified it? These colonials. After identification, we also were knowing some of the resources which are there. Diversity, we were knowing it. We were also leading in the European continent. But the secondary process, I told you about the manufacturing, somewhere we were lacking in that. And these colonial, the Britishers were very rich in this process. They were expert in the technological that they used here in India. And what they did it? Greedily they extracted the resources from the India, and they were able to successfully ruled on India. For what reason? Because technologically what they were doing it, resources and dominating everything, that is the main important. So colonization, colonial periods, we are able to get to know about this thing, that during that period why colonials came to India. We read in 8th standard, for the trade only. They attracted towards the resources present in India. They attracted towards the resources, it means they identified, and the inventory, what it means, they did a survey that these resources are there in India. After that, what they realize it, we should have to extract these resources, so that they set up their institutions here in India, and they extracted the resources from India, export to the Britain in Europe, and what they were doing it, making it their finished products and again selling it in India and some of the other countries. So who were getting profits at that time? Obviously these colonials. Because of why the second point, that is the technological development. So when we are talking about the resource planning, we must have to think about these three things. Again and again I'm repeating, it's very important. Identification, then the technology and the institutional setups, the human skill also important, and the third thing is very important, that extraction should be as according to the nation's development by following the sustainable development. See children, it's very important to go for the resource planning. We are thinking about the future, we are thinking about our present. We don't want to compromise or live any uncomfortable life. So for that reason, what is important? It's very important that we should have to go for a conservation of resources. So conservation of resources is very important. Conservation means we have to save it, we have to utilize as according to our need. We read the accumulation and indiscriminate use of resources. There are the peoples, those who are extracting the resources as according to their greed. They wanted to earn more profit, but they forgot that the future is compromising for their present. They are not thinking about the future. We should have to think about our future. So conservation of resources, it's very very important. Conservation of resources, as it is given that it's very very important for any development activity. Like irrational consumption, overutilization of resources, what will happen if I'll use more resources? The day it will come that I should have to think say about this, that may lead to social, economic and environmental problems. Why now people are people are giving messages and thought like this: we have to save water, we have to plant more trees. What reasons are there why we are planning today like this? Somewhere during the colonial period we compromised, we we were dominated, and we never raised our voice. When we realized it that these colonials really extracted a lot according to their greed, and we Indians are paying for it today. So conservation of resources should be there, because we don't want that our future, next future also will face the same problem. Like today we are planning for conservation of resources, we are thinking about that save water, we think about the plantation of trees. So this should be in balanced, and today we should have to think about the big question in front of us: how will create scene for our future, which examples will create today for our future. In that regard, they will not face any socio-economic and environmental problems. So because of that, the Gandhiji has given a good message, very good thought given by him, that there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. See, take simple. Today you are hungry, so according to your hungerness you will eat, but not according to that it's very tasty and I will eat more. No. And if you will eat more, obviously it will be problematic to you. So this is what a very good thought. We should have to go according to our greed, not according to according to our need, not according to our greed. It's very very important. Now, when we talk about this, a place the greedy and the selfish individuals and the exploiting nature of modern technology as the root cause. Root cause is what? Some other greedy peoples are there, those who are exploiting the nature, talking about the technology, modernization, and because of that, today we are facing the problem of depletion at the global level. He was against the mass production. He was saying that we should not go with the mass production, do the production and keep it aside. No. He wanted to say that replace it. Why can't we go with the production by masses? It means that more people will employed, and we will do the production as according to the need, not according, we should have to do the production as according to the demand, not as according to the just do the supply. So here he focus, why should not we focus on this production by masses instead of mass production? For this, the people from 1968 only they started for this. Take example, a club of Rome advocated resources conservation the first time in the more systematic way, that is in 1968. The Rome tried it. He spread the message of sustainable development. We should have to work for conservation of resources. So this was message given by the Rome in 1968. Talk about India, Gandhiji also spread the message through his book Small is Beautiful. He also has given the message that we should have to work according to our need, not according to our greed. Where we are able to see that the next commission report of 1987 also has given some message to conservation should be there at global level. We are able to see that subsequently published another book entitled Our Common Future, that also given that is also given the message of sustainable development. And lastly, in the previous lesson also we discussed about the summit, that is the protection of resources was there. So the summit, earth summit at the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 1992, that also has given the message that we should have to think on it for the and conservation and save our nature, protect our nature. And our motto should be there that we should have to live comfortable life today and should not compromise by our future. So focus is on what? Focus is on sustainable development. Development should be there on the basis of today's need, not by the compromising and sacrifice of the future. So here this lesson is focusing on that the resource planning should be there. Resource planning, this is a very important topic and you should have to go with this. Thank you.